So I just saw the new Pharrell LEGO movie and it was awesome. I absolutely loved it. You should go see it. It's such a fantastic movie. Like a lot of my other favorite movies this year, Garfield, Transformers 1, and Wild Robot, I was fully expecting to love it. Like I thought it was going to be as good as I can imagine it to be. And it was better. All of those movies were better than I could imagine them to be. But this one was even more better, like better to a greater degree. It was so fantastic. Of course, the music was awesome in it, and the characters, the story, the message was all fantastic. There's so much I could say about this movie. I could talk about it, for a long time, but I don't want to spoil any of it. And I just want you to see it. So go see it. And uh, I will say some things about it though, that just how beautiful and creative it was. I was fully expecting that, being a huge Lego fan, that I know that anything Lego does is going to be amazing. So I was fully expecting it to be amazing visually in a lot of different ways, and then expecting it to be amazing because I knew how talented Pharrell was, and I was not like a close follower of Pharrell. Like I was lucky enough to have a friend who liked the Neptunes and Nerd when I was in school, and I've heard his music since then and enjoyed it, and so was excited from that aspect. But I didn't know his life story. I didn't really know what you find out in the movie. So I'm not going to spoil any of that, other than to say it's great. It's what makes it even better than I expected, because I didn't know to expect that. And there's so much in his story and so many messages that are great, especially for creative people. So I would highly encourage any creative person to see this movie, because of the messages that, a lot of them are similar to messages you may have heard before, because they're true good messages for creative people, but all in the story of his life. Really brings it together and helps kind of remind you of these things and motivate you. And I think that's great, and it's really nice how it's going to help other people. One of the other things that's really wonderful about it is seeing real people as Legos, because I think the Lego characters in other movies have always had plenty of real character like real people, but seeing actual real people as Legos is really neat. And seeing how they're portrayed and how much they bring out the character, with their voices, of course, but how much the Legos bring out their character is really nice. Now, that also reminds me of one other message from the movie, or a couple of messages from the movie I wanted to talk about. Without spoiling anything, there's this very uh, important message about solidarity and intersectionality uh, at one point in the movie. Just reminds me of what I call the fairy liberation front, which is fairies are everything, or within everything. There's this layer of everything. It's like everything's made of Legos in this movie. There's this layer of everything where we're all connected in life, in a field of life. And I think this movie brings out aspects of that really well, that I really appreciated. So thanks from the Fairy Liberation Front, and from the idea that there's something in the water. It's not something that is spoiled by in the movie, because it's something they've explored, that where they grew up had something special in the water that made everybody so creative. I like to think that there's another message that's pretty clear there, that if he went to school, Pharrell went to school with Missy Elliott and Timberland and uh, his collaborators, and Pusha T and everybody else that was there, and before and after, probably more after even, you could imagine, that it's not just them at that time, it's that they were together at the same time, and that they were able to support each other as artists and friends. And I think that's a very important message for us all to have, even if you're not an artist, that being able to support each other and being able to be creative and have other people around you encouraging your creativity is so key and important. And it gives you that feeling, or reminds you that people are like that, even if you haven't felt that personally. And it's just, or haven't felt it enough to help motivate your dreams. But at the same time, it gives you the mindset of you have to work yourself to get your creativity out there, to find and build that community. And just so many good messages about that, and about how art can make community and build us all up. And go see Piece by Piece, the new Pharrell Lego movie. You'll definitely enjoy it, and I love it. I love everything about it, and I'm just so grateful for the movie, and for everybody who worked on it and contributed to it, and for all you've already done for society. But again, the way you've done it through this particular movie, fantastic. Thanks so much. Love you. Oh, and I want to see, did Pharrell endorse Kamala yet? And want to make sure everybody's endorsing Kamala, because now's the time. Let's save America and the Earth from the bad guys.